Hey everybody, it's Dr. Eric. I want to tell you about my journey back to health from really the brink that I was on maybe 18 months ago. Some of you guys know I've been dealing with something called adrenal fatigue, which is the topic of this video. And I really want you to pay attention because it's important to a lot of you that are watching. And I'm going to walk you through a little bit of my tests that I've done on myself to find out where I was at with my adrenal function. But let me just kind of tell you how I was feeling. This is starting 18 months ago. I was feeling tired all the time, to the point where I would get out of bed and I could not wait to go back to bed. Like I would put my feet on the floor and I would just think, I can't even get up and take a shower. And I would kind of force my way through that. I don't drink coffee, but I would drink a lot of tea and try to get caffeine that way. And I would get through the morning, but then by lunchtime, I was just dead tired again. I don't mean like just drowsy, I mean like dead tired. I would feel like I gotta go sleep for 6 hours. And I had brain fog, that wasn't working right. I had a lot of anxiety as well, which I had never really dealt with before. So I would wake up in the middle of the night and my brain would just be running on things that I was trying to solve the world's problems. And I couldn't go back to sleep. And that really took a toll on my health. I was really kind of fragile emotionally. And it all kind of came to a head. My immune system was really bad, so I got several viruses in a row, and it just wiped me out. And I never knew what it was until I got tested, and I found that I had adrenal fatigue. Now, what that means is your adrenal glands they're on top of your kidneys, and they secrete adrenaline, which is why it's called that. Also, it secretes something called aldosterone, which is really important for your fluid retention. But the most important thing that it secretes is cortisol, and cortisol is a stress hormone that's actually it's good for your body. You need it when you're trying to fight the bear, or if you've heard fight or flight. That's what cortisol does for you. It makes you able to kind of get up. And I think of cortisol as like packets of energy. So when you wake up in the morning, you should have a certain level of cortisol, and then it should go down throughout the day. So you wake up and you have energy, and then it goes down to where you don't have a lot of cortisol at night because you want to go to sleep. That's a good thing, because remember, cortisol packets of energy. So by the time you go to sleep, you should only have a couple packets of energy so you can sleep well. Well, what happens with a lot of people is their cortisol levels get flipped, which means they're low in the morning and they're high at night, which is what we call wired and tired. And I went through this maybe 5 years ago. I was tired in the morning, but I was wired at night. I got a lot of my work done at night, and I was only sleeping 5-6 hours a night. So what happened after that, after I went through that for a few years, my adrenal glands just quit, and they were what's called adrenal exhaustion. So I don't know if you can see this here, but on my graph here, when you wake up in the morning, your cortisol levels should be here and they should go down throughout the day. Mine started down here and just flatlined, which means I never had any cortisol in my system. And as a result of that, my immune system was a mess. That's why I was so tired. That's why I was dealing with a lot of anxiety. So I was a mess. So what did I do about it? Well, I got tested and I found that out. And now what's cool now is you can really look at symptoms and find out. You don't necessarily have to do the saliva test and the urine test that I did. You can find out if you have those symptoms, what phase you might be in. And I've helped a lot of people through this. And if you're dealing with adrenal fatigue, you would know that by, again, tired all the time, overwhelmed feeling, anxiety, depression, because your adrenals have just been whipped too much, which means for me, what happened was I'm a type A, personality, driver, want to save the planet, and I just did that for so long without really taking a break that my adrenals just gave out. So what I've been doing over the last 18 months is fixing that. And I want to tell you, if you feel bad now and you don't have the energy that you want to have and you feel 10 years older or 20 years older than you think you should, there is hope, because I feel good again. I feel like my brain works again. I feel like I don't need 15 hours of sleep every day. I wake up and I have energy, and I've learned how to manage my stress. And the cool thing about this was it was just my body telling me something. It wasn't a disease. And that's the thing I want you guys to get from this. If you have been dealing with any chronic illness, our biggest goal for you, our dream for you, is life transformation. I want you to experience what I've experienced in the last 18 months. I'm able to be a father to my kids again. I'm able to be present with my wife. I'm able to be, able to do the things that I want to do as an entrepreneur and as a doctor. It's possible to get your life back. And if you're a patient in our office, that is our job. Our job is life transformation. It's not getting rid of your headaches. It's not getting rid of your back pain. It's just finding out what's causing interference, what's your body trying to tell you, and getting to the cause of the problem so you can get your life back again. We want you to lose weight. We want you to have energy. energy again. We want you to sleep. And that's the reason we do the workshops that we do, and we do them for free. So the workshop that's coming up here, this next one, is called Happy Hormones, because if you're not feeling well, that hormone called cortisol could very well be to blame. And we're going to teach you what to do and what I did, and walk you through my personal story and how I've gotten my health back over the last 18 months or so. So that workshop is coming up on June 25th, Saturday, June 25th, over at Smoky Hill United Methodist from 10 o'clock to 11:30. And we're going to give you everything that you need to overcome this. And I want to just reiterate again, if you're feeling like you don't know where to start, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling like you don't even have the energy to be there, make it a point to get your butt in that chair, because that's where you're going to get hope back again, and that's where you're going to get your future back. So we're going to see you on Saturday, June 25th at Happy Hormones. I'm feeling great, and I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing.